Welcome again to a weekly message from me, Patrick Ngugi, founder of Global Versus. Yes, I promised to come earlier during the week, but for some reasons which I'm going to explain, it did not happen. I've been under the weather, as they say, meaning feeling unwell. And as you may know, the weather has been terribly bad in Kenya. We've been having floods and rainfall and floods. Then all of a sudden, there's no rain, just hot sun. And that is enough to send somebody crazy with flu. And even, as they say, malaria, although malaria, you actually need a mosquito for it. But I was a bit under the weather and I was not able to come to you as early as expected. But here I am now, and I hope you are all good. And I would like to welcome the new members. We've been having quite a number of new members joining us. So the family is growing bigger and bigger as we go. And I know soon we will be having as many members as we want to have, because this is Global Versus, and we may not have 100% of the poets of the world, but we may want to have them, as many of them possible, under one roof. And because of that, we'll be sharing our link to this group every once in a while, so that if you come across anybody else who may want to join, you just send them the link. And also we have a Facebook page, whose link is pinned on the top of the WhatsApp group, so that you can click there and join the Facebook group. So this week, as we may have noticed, or at least I have noticed, this week I've been rather quiet in the group. Been rather quiet. Slot, the poet, has been quiet. Wellington and other people have been quiet. It's okay. Once in a while, we need to go back within and find ourselves so that we come back stronger. And so once in a while, we need to go down and meditate and come with a lot of ideas. As they say, every cloud has its silver lining. So this may be the lull before the storm, hopefully. Anyway, there's an important question that Slot and I discussed during the interview, which was posted the other day on Global Versus YouTube channel. And the question was, do politicians read poetry? Politicians and poetry, do they rhyme? Would it go together? And the agreement was that they may only be reading poems to see whether there are songs of praises for them, or suspiciously to check whether anybody was writing bad things about them. And this brought the idea of Mobutu Sese Seko, the former dictator of Congo, Zaire, that is DRC Congo. At one time, he put in the musician Franco in jail for allegedly not singing to his tune, or singing songs that were, derogatory to him, to his rule. And he was put in allegedly until he sang songs of praise for him. And actually went to search, I went to do my own research, and I thought actually it could be true. And it gave me an idea of doing a small documentary, which I'm going to do soon and share it here, so that you guys can at least know what we are talking about. But then it's funny, do poets read, or rather, do politicians read poetry? And I think there's a post I shared in the group which said that people usually perish because they follow politicians rather than poets. No comment. There's also this suggestion which I had shared with a number of members, particularly those who we have had a chat on YouTube channel, about having a monthly meeting where we can all come together in a Zoom meeting, or otherwise Google Meet. Once in a month, we share a lot of things. We talk, we discuss our own things, our cultures and stuff. is still in the offing. And as we go on, maybe you can comment below or in the group, you can comment and say whether it's a good idea and how do we need to go about it. But I think definitely is one way we can keep on even being closer to each other by chatting and following each other's cultures and knowing their geography, where they are, their feelings, and knowing each other deeply, you know. For example, like when I was interviewing Emeka from Nigeria, it's only then I realized Nigeria, I knew Nigeria is not the capital of, or rather Lagos is not the capital of Nigeria. But I always thought it's the biggest city, but it isn't. It's not even the second biggest city in Nigeria. So such things, we can know a lot about each other and about each other's persons, roots and countries where they came from. Because I also had a great laugh when a member, I was chatting with a member the other day, a member from Southern Africa, and I said I was in Nairobi, and the person asked me whether Nairobi was in Botswana. Wow. Nairobi is not in Botswana, but if we had similar such meetings, on and on regularly, you would know that Nairobi is not in Botswana. That's just an idea. And as I complete today's message, I may not be ending it properly without mentioning about the anthology. The anthology, as you know, is already out for more than a month now. And a good number of you have already bought their copies. There are still a number of you who have not bought their copies. And there are some of you who have asked whether we can have it on as a hard copy, because as you know, it is on an ebook. Hard copy is possible, but it's going to be costlier in printing it and also delivering it to you, but because it will include postage. But if you want hard copy, just reach out to me and I'll give you the cost of doing it. And then if you want to go ahead, I'll give you you'll pay for, the delivery, the printing and so on, then it'll send to you. Otherwise, it was difficult to print a few copies just for the member. To print a few copies just for the member while the cost is so hard, while we can actually do an ebook and send to members. In future, when the market gets bigger, of course, we are going to be doing regular printing, particularly when we come to future anthologies. So, for now, I think it's time for log off, and it's been nice connecting with you, particularly the new members and the older members on this channel, on my weekly messages. And I hope you're going to enjoy your stay here as you mingle with the older members. And until the next time I give you my message, stay well and all the best. Thank you.